दुनिया जब सोई हो तुम जाग जाते हो, पहले रब के सामने तुम हाथ उठाते हो, फिर मखलूक की खिदमत में तुम झुक जाते हो। दूध की ये नेमत हम तक पहुंचाते हो। तूने जीवन की तस्वीरें रंगों में है ढाली, तेरे दम से है आती हर घर में खुशहाली। खुशहाली हो, खुशहाली, खुशहाली हो, खुशहाली। चलते फिरते तेरे मवेशी एक अनमोल खजाना है। हर बीमारी हर तकलीफ से तुमने इन्हें बचाना है। याद है रखना तुमने अपनी पैदावार बढ़ाना है। आगही और इल्म के हर पहलू को अपनाना है। हो जो सेहतमंद कौम समझो हमने मंजिल पाली। खुशहाली हो, खुशहाली, खुशहाली हो, आज से है ये अज़्म हमारा और खुद से भी है पैमान। तंदुरुस्ती और सेहत बनेगी यूं ही हम सबकी पहचान। धरती होगी शान हमारी, हम होंगे धरती का मान। तेरी अपने खुशहाली की राहों में मारी है जान, और तरक्की की ये राहें हम सब ने है अपना ली। खुशहाली हो, खुशहाली, खुशहाली हो, खुशहाली, खुशहाली हो, खुशहाली, खुशहाली हो, खुशहाली।
Assalamu alaikum viewers. I am your host Ruby Anam and with me is Dr. Nasir Javed. How are you, Dr. Nasir?
Very well. Thank you, Ruby.
Aims to make dairy farmers prosperous by improving their skills, keeping them informed about new ways of dairy farming and providing practical help to make their animals healthy and productive.
Viewers, due to various diseases amongst animals, the production of milk and meat is steadily declining. Amongst them, foot and mouth disease, FMD, and hemorrhagic septicemia, HS, are the leading diseases. Because farmers lack information about these diseases, hence there is also very little inclination towards vaccinations. Today, we have invited Professor Dr. Khushi Mohammed to our studios. Professor Dr. Khushi Mohammed is the chairman of the Department of Microbiology at the University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Saab.
We welcome you to our Dairy Hub training program and thank you for sparing time from your busy schedule to address our viewers. Dr. Sahib, first of all, tell our farmers what immunization or vaccination mean.
Diseases in animals are caused by certain microbes. We take those microbes and process them in a laboratory through two processes. By one process, we culture them in such a way that they lose their power to cause disease and instead develop the power to provide immunity to the animal. In the other process, we kill the germs in the laboratory and add adjuvant to make a vaccine. These are two methods that we employ to make vaccines.
Dr. Saab, for which diseases vaccines are available in Pakistan nowadays?
There are many diseases affecting livestock in Pakistan, amongst which HS and foot and mouth disease are the most common. Apart from these diseases, there are some parasites like theileriosis and babesiosis, whose vaccines are not available in Pakistan. However, all vaccinations, including gel-based and oil-based injections for HS and FMD are readily available in Pakistan.
How often must animals be vaccinated against HS and FMD, and in what specific seasons?
All this information is written on the injection vial. These instructions must be followed carefully. Oil-based vaccines are administered once a year. However, if the animal is being vaccinated for the first time, it could be administered twice a year. Gel-based vaccine, which are for prevention of HS, is given thrice a year. But if it is oil-based, once a year is enough. As for seasons, since seasonal stress affects animals, vaccination in extreme summers must be avoided. The most appropriate months for vaccination are September, October, and February, March. However, if this has not been possible due to some reason, you may vaccinate whenever possible.
Is it suitable to vaccinate calves and pregnant animals?
It was an old concept that a 1 day or 1 month old calf does not develop immunity. However, now it is accepted that even if vaccinated in its first month, a calf will develop immunity against this disease. I would highly recommend that all animals at a farm must be vaccinated except pregnant animals in their later stages of pregnancy, because the vaccine may cause a reaction which could result in the animal's abortion.
Dr. Sahib, what precautions should be taken during vaccination?
First of all, before using the vaccine, do read the instructions on the vial's label. Some vaccines are oil-based, which are injected intramuscular. Others are gel-based, which are to be injected subcutaneous. If oil-based vaccine is injected subcutaneous, it will cause either a nodule or an abscess may form there and eventually rupture. In case of such a rupture, the vaccine will not take effect. Usually when farmers see the abscess wound, they get very worried. But it is easily treatable by applying pyridine on the affected area for 2 or 3 days. In case of a nodule, it will dissolve within 6 months and the vaccine will take effect. Another precaution must be taken is to avoid vaccinating animals in an area where disease has been detected. In case an animal which may have been infected is vaccinated, the disease will aggravate. The best advice is to ensure that the animals are not only free of that particular disease, but should also be free from an other disease, because sick animal never responds to the vaccine for immunity development. Thirdly, before vaccinating the animal, make sure that their rations are not spoiled by fungus, because once ingested, fungus creates mycotoxin which paralyzes the animal's immune system. No vaccine can be effective in this case. Lastly, ensure that the vaccine has reached you in good condition, which means that is being transported in ice packaging, because if the vaccine has been exposed to sunlight or heat, it loses its effectiveness.
Nasir, Dr. Sahib has given us such good advice. I hope our brother farmers have noted these points carefully and put them in practice for their own benefit.
Dr. Sahab, that our brother farmers avoid investing in vaccines because of the expense. Please tell them what economic benefits can vaccinating their animals generate.
The benefits are quite obvious. A disease like foot and mouth can cause farmer losses of almost 5 to 6,000 rupees. The animal will stop production for about 20 days, and even it restarts production, it will never reach the same level as before the disease. For example, if a healthy animal produces 8 liters of milk, after the disease strikes, its production decreases to the lowest, and when its production starts again, it will never produce 8 liters, instead may reach only to 5 liters, which means that the farmer is losing 3 liters of milk daily for whole the lactation, which is an obvious loss to the farmer. The cost of vaccinating an animal against HS and foot and mouth disease is as low as 25 rupees for Pakistani vaccine and about 150 rupees for an imported brand. This would provide the animal immunity for 1 whole year. And this means that a vaccination has prevented a loss of 5,000 to 6,000 rupees.
And the more animals that catch the disease, the more the loss. So it is best that farmers spend a smaller sum of money for avoiding bigger losses. As you have observed, Dr. Sahib, we often try to solve our problems through shortcut methods when a simple vaccination is much better. Dr. Sahib, come and watch with us if Chaudhry Abdul Hamid is willing to vaccinate his animals or not.
Go and untie the brown calf so it can walk around a bit.
Chaudhry Sahab! Chaudhry Sahab!
Catch your breath. What's happened? Have you missed your train?
I'll just tell you. Chaudhry Sahab, I have good news for you.
So hurry up and tell me the good news.
Chaudhry Sahab, the Dairy Hub team has come to our village to vaccinate the animals. And Saimaji is bringing them over to your farm. Chaudhry Sahab, we will also get our animals vaccinated.
What? Is this what you call good news? Tell me, which one of our animals are sick? Only last month, we had the old drummer Baba pray for all the animals.
That is right, Chaudhry Sahab, but Saimaji said that it is very important and beneficial to vaccinate animals.
Do you know how expensive vaccines can be?
Chaudhry Sahab, I have seen a lot of misers, but never one like you. Like you. Aha, like you.
Assalamu alaikum, Chaudhry.
Welcome, Saimaji. Please be seated. Please sit.
Chaudhry, the Dairy Hub team has come to your village to vaccinate animals. Meet Dr. Wasim.
Oh, Saimaji, our elders used to say that it is not good to inject animals as it scares them and reduce production.
Chaudhry Sahab, why don't you get straight to the point and admit that you do not want to spend money? Please God, grant wisdom to Chaudhry Sahab so that he understands what Saimaji advises.
Look, Chaudhry, it won't cost so much to vaccinate the animals now. But God forbid, if they fall ill, do you know how much you will have to spend on treating them? And their milk production will also go down.
Chaudhry Sahab, don't think, act. Otherwise you will lose a lot. Chaudhry Sahab, this isn't the time to think, just make the decision.
Listen, Chaudhry, these vaccines help the animals develop immunity and they don't catch diseases.
Is this the case, Dr. Saab? Please go ahead and vaccinate my animals.
Come, Dr. Sahab, come, hurry up. In case Chaudhry Sahab changes his mind.
That's silly, man. Always talking nonsense.
Viewers, you heard Chaudhry Abdul Hamid's excuses and Saimaji's recommendations, as well as Professor Dr. Khushi Muhammad's professional advice. In today's program, we have learned a lot of sensible things. The dairy farming business is not accomplished with good feed and care only. But if we present diseases through timely vaccinations, only then can a farm be really profitable. We can avoid possible bigger losses tomorrow by spending a little today. That is why we must vaccinate our animals.
Dr. Sahib, thank you very much for appearing on our Dairy Hub training show and providing such information to our viewers. Now, if our brother farmers would apply this information on their farms, they will be no doubt find the dairy farming business to be most profitable. With this, our show comes to an end. Soon we will be back with another training program on Dairy Hub. Until then, Allah Hafiz.